Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Groupers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bulls will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Groupers offense will start this game off with the football. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Power football with the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
The Groupers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the USF Bulls offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Brown wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. There he goes. Wide open spaces. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
Off the play fake. Fires it incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
And the groupers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
They punt it away on fourth down. He'll take it on the return. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run it from the gun. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Bulls line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll run for it. There he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently nowadays going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense, because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it there.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Brown will throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on! Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
It's complete to the left. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Trying to run, it's Powell. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Bulls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. The give on the inside. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On first down from their own 22. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown Bulls. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by 10 to Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He has the first and still on his feet. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The option look. Now the toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Sends it back in motion. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Groupers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Goes to the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
And the Groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Brown will throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons.
He's loose. Oh, a lot of space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Get set.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Using his feet to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Groupers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back on the option to give. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forced an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the groupers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right upright and through. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, we're still happy to get the field goal.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice gain for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Turning on the Jets. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Bulls are on the move. Brown wants to pass. They'll run the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Oh, he's got some space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Finds his man. It's Singleton. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. And that ball is live in the backfield. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The groupers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play action fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Leaves it with the back. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Off play action. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. All kinds of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, groupers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 7 over Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Brown will throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the 1st down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
The Bulls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game and you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Finds space on the right. Touchdown, South Florida. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The give to the back. Got room to work. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the groupers get it past the sticks. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Chandler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like they haven't found those explosive.
And it's caught inside the 30. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, groupers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They'll go for two here and try to climb within a field goal late. Trying to surge it in. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the one. He just couldn't get it in. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small...
It's a seam wide open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I love the QB here. He holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his...
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Brown wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got it. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Touchdown, USF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. running on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. To the air on second down. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And they spike it to stop the clock.
QB slice it. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give on the option. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5. The groupers are in the hurry up. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires on the move. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Not sure why they're not content to just take the W. Makes the catch down the right side. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David